Hello ladies and gentlemen, today we're going to continue our conversation with commands and we're going to work on two commands, or informal commands. We're going to start with our negative two commands and let's see if you can figure out why we're going to do that. So, continuing our conversation, we're going to use informal commands when we're telling a friend, a family member, or our faithful dog what not to do. Alright, and to form these negative two commands, you're going to conjugate the verb in the present tense yo form. Alright, so again, we have to take into consideration our stem changers and our go-go and the yo-yos and so on and so forth. And then you're going to drop the yo. And then you're going to add the opposite to ending. So for example, if we've got an AR verb, the ending is going to be ES. If we've got an ER or an IR verb, it is going to be AS. And then of course, since it's negative, we can't forget that no. Here are some examples. Tirar basura means to litter, right? So start in the yo form, tiro, drop the yo. And then we're going to add the opposite ending. Since it's an AR verb, we're going to add ES. And that would tell someone, hey you, don't litter. Elegir, remember, elegir, the G changes to a J in the yo form. We're going to drop the yo. Since it's an IR verb, what's our ending going to be? If you selected AS, you are correct. So no elijas de antemano, don't choose beforehand. So those are some examples. Alright, now of course, here's an opportunity for you to stop and practice. So I'm going to go ahead and not show you the chart. I'm going to have you hit pause now and do those 5 practice problems, please. Alright, let's check your answers. Alright, so I had you go through step by step, and you've got llenar el envase, so the present tense form is lleno, so it's going to be our opposite ending, so it's going to be no llenes el envase. Delegar, again, we're still going to follow our cargar-zar rules. So for delegar, we're going to have no delegues el trabajo. Presentar, no presentes dinero. Again, organizar, cargar-zar, no organices una campaña. And leer, leo, no leas el letrero. So those are your practice problems. And then we're going to go back, and of course we've got some irregulars. Now these irregulars should look a little familiar to you. We've got no seas, no des, no vayas, no estés, and no sepas. Alright, so again, those are the same irregulars that we had with our usted and ustedes commands. So make sure you get those down. Now you're going to flip your paper over, and we're going to talk about positive two commands, because unlike usted and ustedes, that positive and negatives follow the same rules, that's not the case for our two commands. So positive two commands, again, we use them when we're telling a friend, a family member, or a faithful dog what to do. So you tell someone it's affirmative. So here's how we form these commands. We're going to conjugate the verb in the el, ella, and usted form. Alright, so if you're a visual person, then you might want to draw that chart there. So let's look at some examples. So again, that's all you have to do, the LA and usted form. Boom, done. So here are some examples. Let's look at por favor, limpia el baño versus Juan limpia el baño. Look at that first one, por favor, limpia el baño. Please clean the restroom, clean the bathroom. Versus Juan cleans the bathroom. The first one is an instruction. We're talking to someone, asking them to do something. Our second example is just a statement saying Juan cleans the bathroom. See the difference between the two? Again, you might want to write that example down. Alright, oops. No, don't look at that. No! Okay. So, I would like for you to stop and practice. Again, I give you 5 examples. Don't copy the ones that you just saw. And with our two commands, you don't have to worry about Cargars are, so you do have to take into consideration stem changers, but it's just that LA and usted conjugation. So go ahead and hit pause and do those 5 practice problems now. Okay, let's see how you did. Now I can show you. Alright, apoyar el hospital. Again, that's just going to be apoya el hospital, support the hospital. Juntar fondos is junta fondos, collects funds. Trabaja de voluntario is volunteer. Read the news, lee las noticias. And then ahorrar dinero, ahorra dinero, save money. So again, pretty easy. We just have to know when to use the third person singular and then when to drop the O and add the opposite ending, all that jazz. Alright, and of course, what would Spanish class be without some more irregulars? So here are our irregulars in the positive commands. Notice that some of them are the same verbs, but they're different irregulars. So please make sure that you copy that list down. Ven, di, sal, has, ten, ve, pon, se. I'm sure you've heard this before, but Vin Diesel can help us out. That's how we remember. Vin Diesel has 10 weapons. Vin Diesel has 10 weapons. To help you out on how to remember those verbs, or those commands, excuse me. So I'm going to go ahead and go back, just to get that little visual of Vin Diesel for you. He's got 10 weapons, but they're not road weapons. They're past fire weapons. Anyway, okay. So take a look at those, and then make sure that you come to class with any questions, and we'll work on our 2 commands. Thanks.